I'm making a villain protagonist game based on my own experiences of great games that I've played in the past, and the ones that I admire. In this video, I'll tell you about the setting in which the game takes place. The world of Dominion Master is stuck for millennia in the time period equivalent to our 1910s, paradoxical as that may seem. Magic is the primary direction of academic research, and it's uncommon, but its widespread application in industry have stifled other areas of innovation. There's a bitter anecdote among the serfs that the printing press was mankind's last invention, and what was originally a source of wonder and considered a divine gift has become the greatest tool of mankind's bondage to their own vices. Why build a computer to calculate when you can be simply given the answers that you seek using magical means, without needing to develop the required mathematics and other advanced concepts to get it yourself? Why build a cargo airplane when you can teleport yourself and others where they need to be? Or develop radio when you can telepathically communicate across vast distances?
Only complete faith in Yuri can protect you.
The same power that magic has given humans has also limited their need for technological innovation beyond the apex it currently sits at. There's no current great wars to require progress or revolutionary change. The world has sunk head deep into an intellectual and spiritual quagmire. The despots of the world can live far beyond their natural lifespans and use the tools of magic to detect enemies and deal with them before they get a chance to act.
As you can see, we've had our eye on you for some time now, Mr. Anderson.
Creating a hopeless, stagnant, and dystopian existence for most of the humans in the world. The elites spend most of their life chasing frivolous experiences and ever extreme pleasures.
You disgust me. You're nothing but an animal.
We are all animals, my lady.
Nearly all the human civilizations in the world have crystallized into a more or less caste-based social hierarchy. The ageless and enigmatic sorcerer kings at the top, followed by their most trusted inner circle of ministers, viziers, and personal attendants. Then the noble families, relatives of the inner circle, and a variety of those born into political power. And below them, the specialist leaders, local politicians, governors, and leaders of factories, heads of universities. And then the specialists, the professions which serve the masses, doctors, soldiers, smiths, and so on. Which, besides expensive training, requires new licenses, and a specialist may only have one license at a time. Typically, only the upper elite is allowed to practice magic freely and obtain coveted multi-licenses. The vast majority of known magic is limited to 12 groups. Other forms are known to exist, yet they are not well defined. They are enigmatic, like dark matter, higher dimensions, or singularities. It's so esoteric that even finding a common language to discuss the ideas is difficult. In the existence of practitioners of this magic is superstitious talk and drunken philosophy. Of those 12 groups, some are more difficult for humans to muster than others. For example, meta and essential magic require runes and incantations that are basically impossible for humans to perform conventionally. Although humans have gotten around some of these limitations by using magic to enable them to access other magic. For example, the runes for essential magic are not two-dimensional. Humans cannot print them on a card. However, they can use cognitive magic to visualize a three-dimensional rune and use measure magic to extend a two-dimensional shape to 3. Some creatures like the gnomes, pale blue cherub-like with 4 arms and 4 legs, bug-like compound eyes, are able to think several thoughts simultaneously and speak in several voices at once. in sync with each other or not. They can use all their hands simultaneously to do mechanical dances and weaves, tracing out with their limbs invisible runes with perfect geometry in midair, from which magic can spill forth from the chaos beyond. The human world where the game takes place consists of roughly 3 major human civilizations, these being the Stalians, your primary antagonist, hunters, farmers, soldiers, and a small cluster of elites. The other 2 are part of the world but not part of the first iteration of the game, are the Atlans and the Muhtarin, which will be explored in more depth over time. Stalia is an empire of bread and steel, a handful of metropolises and a sprawling, boundless, and ever-growing quantity of small settlements, from small towns to hamlets inhabited by a few families. The Rees are the roots of the empire and are regularly culled by bandits, the Ugru, and even individual monsters over time. The empire remains in a relatively stable equilibrium with its detracting environment, although the lives of individuals are regularly swept away along with their villages in these tides like sandcastles at the beach.
Like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives.
It's within this bleak world that the player's story takes place as the villain. The world is at a precipice into a tumultuous period of change, the reasons for which and the role of the player will be revealed as they play. Let me know what you think in the comments and what you'd like to see in future videos. Join my Discord, and if you want to see the project move faster, you can always support me on Patreon. The next video should be in a month. Subscribe so you don't miss it. And I'll see you next time.